Okay, so hello everybody.
Happy Sunday!
Happy Project Unhaul Day. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I'm sitting in front of my shelves here. I have a shell here as well who is going to help me out just as and when I'm getting some books down. There's 9 of you, which is tuned in. Brilliant. Thank you so much. So today's probably what I want to achieve is I want to make more room on my bookshelves. I have been thinking about this since I posted up that I was going to do this live today. And I think for me, what I want is just a few shelves with sort of a TBR that I want to read right now, a favourite shelf of my favourite books of all time, a gifted shelf because all you lovely guys and Shell here and Rebecca, who isn't here with me, but hopefully in the comments, never stop buying me books, which is so well. I'm just so happy about it. Thank you so much. So I'll never get rid of those guys because they're just, it's too nice. And I also want to have a pretty edition shelf because I would like to start. I know it's coming to the end of 2022, but I would love to start sort of collecting pretty editions, and not per se Fairy Loot or Lumicrate or anything like that. Just, you know, the like of Shell had sort of gifted me this a long time ago. My beautiful, lovely Les Miserables. Beautiful, pretty edition. So like the like of a shelf for something like this on it. Obviously, I've been reading Gallant recently. I received Book of Night, the Fairy Loot edition from Rebecca during the week. So those kind of
You're going to be getting Her Majesty's Royal Coven from me as well, the
Absolutely.
Fairy edition.
Yeah. So you may see that some of these shelves before I log off here at the end will be pretty empty or will have spaces, but that's what I want for myself at the moment. So if you guys have any ideas in the comments of what way your sort of shelves are laid out or what might work for me, or, you know, if you've any ideas or feedback or anything, let me know. I'm going to just be going shelf by shelf and pretty much just showing you the books, what I'm thinking of. Am I going to unhaul them? Am I thinking of, I'm not sure. And then I'll probably just ask you guys to tell me what you think. Did you enjoy it? Should I keep it? Should I not keep it? Should I get rid of it? All that good stuff. So, and the lovely Shell here is going to be chatting to you while I'm getting the books down and checking your comments and all that good stuff. So I don't know if all of the comments are going to be up at the whole time because obviously I'm going to be doing bits and bobs in the background, but Shell's definitely going to try and interact with you. And if you have any ideas, let me know. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So, oh, we have a Spencer. Hello, Spencer. Hi. Jane's here. Hello. Just making dinner, so I'll probably be a bit late, but hope to catch you for some of the fun. Brilliant. And then the lovely Shell put in a lovely post. Place your bets now, guys. How many books will I be unhauling this morning? Do you think? Hello, Zoe. Lovely to see you. Oh, I'm hoping for brutality. I want to see some good culling. Okay. All right. I mean, could I end up with no books on my shelves?
Brutal.
Oh, goodness. This is going to be chaos. Hi, Tracy. Lovely to see you, hon. Hi, Rosie. Hello. I reckon Barbs will unhaul 15 books. Rosie knows how brutal I can be, so she might be on to a good thing here. Hello, Lara. Lovely to see you. And hi, Mel. Okay, so guys, just those of you in the comments, Mel actually came up with this idea of unhauling live, doing a live show. So I had put on Twitter saying, would you like me to film a brutal unhaul, because I was starting to get to the stage where I was like, I need to do something. And Mel just put a wee message underneath and says, Barbara, why don't you do it live, and then everybody can watch and everybody can tell you what to keep. So Mel, thank you. Great idea. Totally crediting for you. Zoe, 20 books. Oh my God. Ruth. Oh, okay. To be transparent, I'm drinking a Bloody Mary, so not sure my opinion will be 100% sound. We're still here for it. We're still here for it.
Bloody Mary. I haven't had tomato juice in ages, but I love a Bloody Mary.
10 books from Tracy. Also, guys, I'm just going to use a shameless plug here. If you're not already subscribed to the lovely Shell, if I can get the right way, please head over. We're trying to get her to 150. And also, if you're new to the channel and you're not subbed to me, I am on the road to 1K. I am 40 off 1K. So
Wow.
you guys, yeah, I'm at 960. So if anybody's new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button for more fun like this on a daily basis or a monthly basis. You never know. Hello, hi, thanks for coming over. Thank you. Hi, Claire, morning. I'm thinking around 20. Okay, whoa. So we're getting sort of a like, all right. A bunch of us came over from Meredith's channel for this. Brilliant. Okay, great. So this is going to be wow. Could I get to 1K today? Anyway,
By
no,
the
we're
way,
unhauling.
just as a funny aside, I don't know if you can see, but I have a man up a ladder out my window.
Oh yeah, is Alan there? Say hi. Say hi to Alan, everyone.
He's taking guttering down.
Oh, fair play to him. Aaron's downstairs doing the hoovering, and then he's gonna mop and clean the house. So all good for our partners. We love them. I'm really crying about this video. Love from Australia, John. Lovely to see you.
How come you're crying, John?
Oh, John's such a lovely man. He really is. He always
Oh,
videos.
is it maybe because you're getting rid of books?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
15 from Lara. Oh my god. I'll guess perhaps 17. Love this one from Merv. Go hard or go home is my kind of energy, so I say 30.
I'm with you, Merv. I reckon it's going to be 25, 30.
There's 16 here now, Shell. This is amazing. So just to let you know, what I would like to do is I'm not going to get rid of series per se, because we all love series and we all love collecting series and seeing them on our bookshelves. So I have these 2 bookshelves behind me and Aaron's NECA sort of collection up at the top. But with my series, I was saying to Shell beforehand, I am going to... So with the like of a Morganville that I've been reading, I'm 10 books into a 15-book series. I'm not going to keep all 15 on my shelf. I'm going to keep the 5 that I still need to read on the shelf. With the likes of my Shadowhunter series, I'm not going to keep all of I'm up to being Chronicles, so everything before that is not going to be on the shelves. They're not being unhauled to be sold or to be given away. Aaron's making some space up in the loft for me so that I can put some boxes up there, because I'm just too, too protective of all of my books. So a lot of them will be being sold or given away or all that good stuff, but I'll let you know if it's going up into the loft and it's being kept. So just to let you know. Mel says, I think you can get to 30. Oh! Nikki, hi, just woke up, lovely lay in, got a cup of tea, and I'm guessing 15. Brilliant. Okay. What's wrong, Shell?
I can see Alan out of the things, and he's already fallen off of the ladders once. Not today, but before.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. It makes me. I mean, sorry, just so that you know, just so that people don't think I'm being a snowflake. Alan actually has arthritis in one of his hips. He is also a little bit older than me, so he's 61, whereas I'm 37. And I'm just a bit, his mobility is not great and his balance isn't quite there, and it just makes me all the nervous. He usually doesn't go up ladders unless I'm at work, so that I don't have to be nervous. But I am still nervous because I'm panicking that I'm going to come home and find him in a wreck in the middle of the garden.
He'll be all right. He'll be fine.
But I'm just worrying about him.
Yeah.
Sorry. So yeah.
No, it's okay. John says, I can never get rid of any books. I just don't know how many you can do. I'm not really crying. LOL. There you go.
That's okay then, John.
Paige is here. Hi. She's cooking dinner. I made sure that this was at a time so that all my Australian cronies and people could come over. So I'm so happy to see everybody here. She reckons I could unhaul 50. Not sure. We'll try. You never know. Yo, hello. How's it going? Right, okay, Vanny, with a Vanny as well. Hi, Vanny. Oh my God, this is mad. Oh, cool. Love to see everybody all in one place. Right, okay, so guys, I'm conscious that in 2 hours' time, Becca Fowl and all those guys over there do a live show or a live reading sprints. I don't want to cross over with them, so we're going to do this. Hopefully, we'll get finished in a couple of hours. So, yeah, shall we get started? There's 22 of us here. This is really exciting. I'm prone to personifying objects, so I like to believe that books want to be read and loved. So if it's not a beloved book, is happier being said. Yes, 100%. That is how I do. I call them brutal unhauls, but they're not brutal. It's just if I think someone else will get a wee bit of happiness out of them, and I'm not going to read them, then they're going. So Shell, I'm going to pass over to you, hun. I'm going to go to the very top here. I've got my seat, so don't be worrying. I'll not fall off my seat. Don't worry. I'm going to go up to the very top shelf. I'll show you the books and what I'm thinking of doing first of all, and then we'll take it from there, okay?
All right.
All right.
Mel is saying that that we really appreciate what you're doing here.
Aw.
And we've got a Lee. She says she's rugged up and eating dinner. She reckons at least 40.
40. So upwards of 50. And then the lowest being 15, was it? Lowest 15.
15, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see what we can do then. Okay, so we'll do a few at a time. Hopefully you guys will find this really fun. I don't know, but we'll see how we go. So one that's definitely not going anywhere is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. This was gifted to me by my lovely friend Colleen, and I reread it every birthday in May. So this is not going anywhere. So we'll put this here. And also, what are we thinking for special editions?
That's really pretty.
Yeah.
I think it's not so much a special edition, but it's special to you because it was gifted to you by Colleen. It's a hardcover. It's very pretty. I think it counts.
Yeah, because it's the American edition as well. When do I ever get American editions of any sort of, do you know what I mean? So, all right, we've already ascertained that this is going on the pretty shelf on the special edition. So this is staying. Like, I love this. Isn't it beautiful?
It has to stay. You've not read it yet.
Oh, no, sure, you know me, but it's just beautiful, isn't it? It's just beautiful. Right, Southern Book Club, Guide to Slaying Vampires. I think I'll probably keep this one for something coming in October. This is the hardback edition. I also have a paperback on my shelf somewhere, so I'll get rid of the paperback, but this is staying. Oh, look at this one. Oh, who gifted that one to me?
Me?
In the comments, should I have a shelf just for Shell gifted books? What do we think? Just for books that Shell has gifted, because this is going to be a common theme throughout my video, okay? Yeah, classic tales of horror, Canterbury Classics. It's absolutely stunning. I just love it. And again, we love the sprayed edges. And then we have Six of Crows. I was thinking it's not really... Six of Crows would be like obviously a pretty edition or whatever, but I'm not going to go back to reading it again. I've read the series already, so I'm wondering, you guys should unhaul this for now. Come back to it, or because I'm hoping, I actually don't want to get to a stage where the shelves that I'm making are full and then I can't add to them, whenever I get extras. So that could be a thing as well. So I'm going to put that to the side for now and we'll see. So let me go and get more. Hold on.
Okay. Mel wants to know if you're organising your shelves in any particular way. She said, Barb mentioned something about having a special edition shelf, having books that she's been gifted shelf, like a priority TBR shelf, so that if she goes to read for readathons, those are the books that she'll reach for first.
Yeah.
Mel also says definitely keep that. That's so pretty, but I think that might have been about the classic tales of horror.
Yeah. Okay.
Paige says definitely you need a shelf.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
She's also saying that unhauling Six of Crows is a good idea. Yeah. And Lee's saying unhaul Six of Crows. And Mel says if you don't want it, you'll take it.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm gonna just put it to the side for now and see how I go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've unhauled my copy as well. I haven't even read it, but I'm not. To be honest, I bought it because BookTube.
Okay, so Paige says if it's not something you're super excited, yeah, I'm definitely Paige. That's how brutal I'm gonna be. Yeah. So for nostalgia reasons, I'm going to show you a series of books that I've been hemming and hawing and toying with. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of unhauling them. Okay, because I've read them all.
Twilight.
and it goes right down to Midnight Sun.
I
So,
would say that if you're thinking about unhauling them, then it's not a bad idea because one, they don't all match.
yes, 100%. Yeah, I was thinking that myself. They're all sort of, yeah.
And two, are you likely to read them again?
It gets to a stage where every year I like to do a reread of my sort of favorite series or my favorite books, but I know also that I have my library who has them all, and I have Kindle Unlimited, and I have my Kindle books as well. And generally when they're on 99p offer for picks, I pick up sporadically books hoping that I'll get a whole series one day. So I think
Okay, so just before, so we've got a Mariac saying good morning. They're going to go with 23. Then Paige says out. The Reading Wren, Unhaul. Reading with Marb, Unhaul. Tracy Anderson, ugh, Unhaul Twilight. Zoe, Unhaul. Divas and shelves, they take up so much space.
yeah.
Pages
Oh,
of
like,
page, be gone,
Dawn.
Via Beasties. Ruth, goodbye, Twilight. Maybe you've outgrown them. Mel says get rid,
Yeah.
and Lee is agreeing with you. You can always get them from the library.
Okay, look, if I just show you, if I can know what way, look at how much space I now have up at the top here. I mean, that's okay. All right, look, they're gone.
John saying keep it. I mean, in fairness, I have all of Twilight with the exception of the Second Life of Brie Tanner in hardback on my shelves just in front of me, and I'm not even sorry. And Mel's like, I think you're definitely getting rid of Twilight.
Yeah, no, they're gone. They're over. See if they go over to this side. I'll show you them at the end of the stream, what I'm unhauling, and I'll count up and everything. So this one, guys, is Aaron's. He got it for Christmas. It's gifted, so it's staying because I just love the cover of that one, and I just absolutely love the movie. So I will get around to reading it at some stage, but that's staying. So I'll pop that there.
Sheba's and Shelves says, oh yes, look at all that shelf space.
Absolutely. Okay, so next up, as I was saying, I've got some of my Morganville series. So hold on a second. If any of you guys watched my book haul from Rebecca video, these were the ones that she gifted me for my birthday. These are the last 5 that we're reading. So I'm going to keep these on the shelves. And any other of the Morganvilles are going to go up into the lost space just as series is there. So I just don't need, I need the space. So these 3 for a start. And then I have Rats by James Herbert, which is a very small one. And I think it could come in handy for maybe.
That book is, I've read it, but I haven't read it for like 20 years, but
ooh. Oh, it's harsh, is it? Is it a hard one?
It's creepy. Okay. Or at least to 19-year-old me, it was creepy.
Oh, look at the shelf space. I know how happy are we. There's actually still books in there that I have to get down, so I'll do this quickly. All right, so here's one, BookTube Darling, Ember in the Ashes.
Read it?
Haven't read it. It's not pulling me into reading it, but I don't know.
I have that on my Kindle. So do you want to do, if you're not sure, maybe try a chapter?
Yeah, maybe that could be cool. Yeah,
because of course you need more video ideas.
Yeah. What I was thinking of doing off this video is I'll do an unhaul so that you guys can see, or whoever hasn't watched the video can see what I'm unhauling. I'll also, as you say, ones that I'm just a wee bit iffy about or I'm not sure, as you say, I'll maybe do a try chapter video as well. And then if I'm not fussed, then I'll unhaul them from there. So this could be a good sort of project unhaul series video too. So I'll put that to the side as in I'm not sure for now. Read then unhaul. Yeah, Mel says the same. Yeah, so that's a good idea. So I'll make another pile for try chapter ones. So okay. Murder Trending, I won't be getting rid of because the lovely Lindsay, my lovely friend Lindsay, gifted this to me for my birthday. So it's gifted. So it's definitely staying. Where's my gifted?
Ruth is also saying, is the Rats out of print? It might be something to consider. I wouldn't necessarily say it's out of print, but I would imagine that particular edition would probably be quite hard to get a hold of because they constantly change them, don't they?
I got that from I get that from the Works, funnily enough. It was in the 3 for £5 deal. I just spotted it because I don't see it very often. So,
Zoe says, keep it to read, pages with page. I loved Burn the Ashes, The Reading Wren, love try a chapter videos.
Okay, all right.
But do a buddy read, try a chapter, then decide.
Yeah, good idea. And guys, just remember throughout the video, self-promo here, if you want to subscribe to the channel. Happy days. One that I'm definitely getting rid of is The Swap by Robin Harding, because I've already read it and it's not really something I'm going to gravitate towards again. So that's going.
Good.
Another one I'm getting rid of, which I've read and I'm not fussed on keeping, is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, whatever you say. Here's one I'm not sure about. And I know everyone's going to be like, no, Barbara, A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness.
Ooh, have you read it?
No, I haven't read it. And I'm just not, I got it like a year ago and I haven't had any sort of, I haven't gravitated towards reading it. I haven't wanted to pick it up or anything. So what do we all think in the comments? Anybody think I should keep it or?
John wants to know what your amount of pages for DNF is.
I don't really DNF very much. I like to try. I try to get to at least 100 pages. And if I'm just not feeling it, I'll soft DNF. So sometimes I would just put it to the side, which probably isn't a good idea because I never ever go back to them. But it's something I definitely want to try harder with in the new year or the end of this year. Is if I'm not enjoying something, I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't know. I'm so caring with my books. I just don't want to get rid of them. So yeah, definitely. What about you, Shell? What are you?
100 pages.
Yeah.
100 pages. I usually try to give a book 100 pages, and if I'm not into it, I'll DNF.
Might keep A Monster Calls. I've never read, so can't really say. Trying a chapter of BookTube Darlings could be a good video idea, but honestly, if you're not put to it, let it go. Same boat. I've had A Monster Call on my shelves for years and still haven't read it. Oh, buddy read. Maybe we could decide together if we want to keep it or not. Haven't read it. Okay, fair enough. Haven't read it. Okay.
Maybe try a chapter.
Yeah, I'll pop it in the Ember of the Ashes try chapter pile and we'll see how it go.
Also, so I apologize for any noise coming through. Alan is now taking a cordless drill to our
I can't hear anything.
Our house.
And these definitely aren't going anywhere because these were gifted to me by my lovely boyfriend.
Liv says personally she loved A Monster Calls.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So definitely a try chapter. So this is my Aliens collection, and I have the whole set. And Aaron found them. He sort of looked them up on eBay and different places, and he gifted them to me. So these are definitely staying. So I'm actually going to put them back up on the shelf where I got them.
Good plan. Maybe for things like that, if you're keeping them and it's like a whole series, maybe just bring down the first one.
Yeah, just to show you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'll put this over here. Right. So now we're going on to this top shelf. So here we go. I definitely can't get rid of this because this is Aaron's friend Daniel's in work, so I have to give him that one back. But at least it's going to go off the shelf. Definitely not getting rid of this one because Rosie only just gifted that to me during the week. So it's Sarah Pearce's brand new one. I'm very excited for it.
I saw it in Waterstones yesterday. Oh, I was at Waterstones yesterday. I was very excited, but I didn't buy it, I must admit, because I didn't know anything about it.
Okay, so I have some charity shop ones just floating about as well. My Sister's Keeper by Jodie Picoult. The reason why I think I'm going to keep this one but put it up into the loft because Rebecca gifted me like 6 or 7 of Jodie Picoult's books, and I want to read them at some stage and do maybe a video or a tier ranking or something like that. So I'm going to keep that, but it's not going to be on the shelves. Okay.
What you should do is when you do that, what you should do is you should title that one, "How many boxes of tissues can I get through in one series?"
I know. I agree. Trying a chapter of BookTube languishing on my TBR. That's a really good one.
That is now officially the title.
I'm going to unhaul this one because I picked it up because I thought I knew the author and I thought it was a different book and I'm just not fussed on it.
Chief Inspector Gamache, first book.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, Chief Inspector Gamache history. Still Life is it book number 1, is it?
It is.
Yeah. And then you have A Fatal Grace and The Cruelest Month.
There's like 20 something in the series. They're murder mysteries, cozy murder mysteries.
Should I try a chapter?
Yes.
Okay, try a chapter. All right, we'll do that. See, I thought it was something completely different.
No. And
then we have Betty, which I picked up for like £1, and it's a really, really good hardback. So it says, so begins the story of Betty Carpenter, born in a bathtub in 1954 to Cherokee father and white mother. Betty is the 6th of 8 siblings inhabiting a world of poverty and violence. Oh, when her family's darkest secrets are brought to light, Betty has no choice but to reckon with the brutal history hiding in the hills, as well as the heart-wrenching cruelties and incredible characters she encounters in her rural town of Ohio. A heartbreaking yet magical story, Betty is pinched in the gut of a novel full of the crushing cruelty of human nature and the redemptive power of words. That sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. And if you ever decide to unhaul it in the future, can you send it my way so I can have a read?
Absolutely. Let's see. I'll keep that one then. Let me keep it. Hold on. I'll go through these.
Yeet, Empire of the Vampire. I'm with you, Paige. I DNF'd it.
Yes, to Jodie Picoult. All right, that could be coming in 2 years' time because by the time I get through them all, there's not many of them. That could be one of my channel goals for 2023 for Bookmas. Read all of the Jodie Picoult books in the year of 2023 and then do a tier ranking. I'll pop Shell's channel into the comments in a wee second, guys. Okay.
But if you want to Google, if you want to just search, then I'm just bookishly Shell, all one word.
Yeah.
Roz says she's read a few Pico series, including My Sister's Keeper, and found I hated her ending. She puts twists in for shock value rather than because they make any sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. She Biz and Shelves wants to read Betty, but she hasn't got to it yet.
Pico.
Shell, we are not encouraging keeping. Hey, that was one. Come on.
Here's a question. How do we feel about a shelf for auto-buy authors? Because I have Horror Store here by Grady Hendrix, and I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want you to make me get rid of it because, like, I love Grady. Grady's like a legend, and I didn't really particularly enjoy this one. I think this was my least favorite of Grady Hendrix books, but look at it.
If you do unhaul it, I want it because that's the only one I don't have.
All right. Okay. I'll send it to you. All right. I'm getting rid of it. This is why I'm going to be brutal. Okay. All right. I'm going to send it to you. It's like brand new. So we'll put that in the shell pile. Where's the shell pile?
I don't have a shell pile, but you should make one.
Just here. I've just made one. So let's go and get some more books. Hold on. This is going to be a really hard shelf because it's all thrillers, and thrillers is my genre of choice. So just letting you know. Okay. Not particularly fussed on this one. Our House by Louise Candlish. Going to get rid of that one. Not
Have
fussed.
you read it?
No, but I've no. It was 50p in a charity shop, and I just don't want to read it. Going to keep McCarran Slaughter Kiss Cut because it's number 2. I'm trying to read all of her novel or all her published works in order. So I've started with Blindsided with Jem and a few others on Instagram this month. So I'm going to keep this one just for that fact.
All right, and then once you've read it,
I'm going to unhaul it. Yep, it's going to get unhauled. So Blindsided's going as soon as I finish with it. So going to keep this one, Chevy Stevens Never Knowing, because it's the only Chevy Stevens I haven't read yet. So once I've read it again, I've unhauled everything else that I have by Chevy Stevens, so this will be going as well.
Okay.
Jar of Farts by Jennifer Hillier. Picked it up a year and a half ago, and I've never read it.
Are you gonna?
Probably not.
Unhaul.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Let's see. Tracy says she's kept authors she didn't love because she's kept books she didn't love because she loved the authors.
Yeah.
Reading Ren says so brutal. She Biz and Shells, I just bought Horror Store, read it years ago and never read a physical copy. I've been delighted looking through it. Absolutely. I read it on Kindle.
Yeah,
you're going to end up needing to label the piles. Mel says she didn't see that coming for sure. She thought she was going to keep it. Don't forget a John pile.
My best friend's exorcism. Do it right now. Do it. It is one of the best books I have read in a long time. What do you think, Shell?
Final Girl Support Group.
Final Girls. Okay, so I'll tier rank them and you tier rank them for what you've read. So you have My Best Friend's Exorcism, you have the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, you've the Final Book Support Group, and you've got Horror Store. My favourite is My Best Friend's Exorcism, followed by Final Girls Support Group, followed very closely, because this is an amazing book. This is amazing. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. And as I mentioned, Horror Store was my least favourite. Shell?
See, the reason I said Final Girl Support Group is because I think it's the weakest of them.
Okay, fair enough. All right, yeah.
So, but I still really enjoyed Final Girl Support Group. Actually, the audio for it is excellent. So if you do Final Girl Support Group, and then I would do Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and then I would do Horror Store. And I haven't read My Best Friend's Exorcism. I do own it. I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
And I haven't read We Sold Our Souls either. I don't even own a copy of that because She Biz and Shelves has just written that We Sold Our Souls is the only one they haven't read. And Mel says she doesn't own any of them, so she can't do it right now. And Ruth Caldwell said she liked Jar of Hearts, that one that you've just stuck in the off shot.
Okay.
I think you might still have it in your hand, actually.
I just put Shell's link in there, so I'm still hovering. So, guys, subscribe. We want to try and get Shell up to 150.
And Mel saying, so she likes the weakest, she'll like the rest. My thinking is that if you start with the weakest book, then anything else is just so much better. Because I read Horror Store and A Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and then I read Final Girl Support Group. And while I really enjoyed it, I was a bit disappointed. And I don't want to sort of throw a book that might be a bit disappointing into the middle of, you know,
yeah.
You don't want to go read this because it's the absolute best thing they've ever written. Yeah. It's like starting Sarah J. Maas at Crescent City and then going back to read Throne of Glass.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. I'm going to take this question because Grady Hendrix, and the reason I say that is Riley Sager is one of my auto-buy authors, but hear me out. Riley Sager's backlist, earlier books, stuff, Final Girls, Last Time I Lied,
Home Before Dark.
What was his really, really good bestseller? Riley Sager's way back. Lock Every Door, was it? They're 5 stars. They every single time I read them, they're just amazing. They're within my favorite books of all time. Unfortunately, his stuff now has sort of last maybe three years. I would say they're only 3.5 stars. They're not as good as what they were before, and I think that's why I go for Grady Hendrix, because he continually pumps out really, really good books. I'm not saying Riley Sager doesn't, but they're not as good as what they used to be, and I don't know why, because he's a great author. So it is quite sad, because he was one of my favorites when I first come into BookTube, 3 or 4 years ago. So I think Southern Book Club's Guide is his mostly broadly appealing. Yeah, I think, I'd agree with you. Yeah,
I may be just being a bit weird in saying, start with what I think is the worst one.
Yeah, but I understand why, though. You understand. So just subscribe to Shell. Yay! And extend Sager. I would agree. Did start Sarah J. Maas with Crescent City and then DNF Throne of Glass. Okay,
I did the same.
It's not for everybody, to be fair. I second Jar of Hearts. Okay, so put it in the try chapter pile even, because that's 3 or 4 now that I've said. Right, okay.
Yeah. And John says, finally someone agrees with me.
Yeah. So next up, I have got the book that made me start reading again when I came back to reading, and it's Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm going to keep this one. I loved it. And the reason being is I bought myself a brand new copy last year because my other copy was so beat up from reading it so many times. I had to buy a new one.
Okay, I will allow that on account of nostalgia, but I personally hated that book.
It's not for everybody. The film's not for everybody. It's one of those Marmite.
I
Either
never
love it
even
or you
watched
don't.
the film.
Yeah, the film's okay. It's not great. I don't like Ben Affleck, so that's probably one of the reasons. Getting rid of this one. It's an arc from someone, Adam. Influenced by Sarah Shepherd and Lilia Buckingham. I read it at the time and reviewed it, and I'm not going to read it again.
Good, get rid.
Another Chevy Stevens. Sorry, I thought I only had one Chevy Stevens to read of two. So again, I'll read this and I will unhaul after.
Okay.
Right, let's see.
Mel says there's so many books she wants to try, but she's very curious about Sagar and Hendrix. She may go back to read Throne of Glass, but it's such a long series. I mean, fair. And then she also prefers Sharp Objects.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruth said she's only read it once, but she devoured Gone Girl.
Okay, so a few that I'm not fussed on here. The Cellar by Natasha Preston. I am not a YA reader amongst most, so it's going in the unhaul. I think I picked it up because someone had, one of my booktuber faves had said that they really, really enjoyed it in a vlog, and I thought, okay, I'll get my hands on that, and I saw it on Amazon for cheap, so unhauling. We're on about 15 books unhauled already. Whoop, whoop. Maybe could get to 50. Right, here's one I'm not sure about. Pretty Things by Janelle Brown. Picked it up in the works. Have seen it redoing the rounds in some vlogs. Nina makes a living stealing from rich kids in LA, but when her mom falls ill, she puts everything on the line to help her run in her most dangerous scam yet. Vanessa's privileged young heiress turned Instagram influencer, but behind the covetable facade is a life marked by tragedy. After a broken engagement, Vanessa retreats to her family's sprawling mountain estate. It's there that her path collides with Nina's and gives way to a winter of duplicity and revenge.
Try a chapter?
Try a chapter, yep. The Next Wife by Kiara Ruda. I think I'm going to keep because just love the cover alone. And it's indie. I think it's self-published, so let's support those guys, will we? Yeah. Have you got that?
Me? No, but no. Okay. Rosie says she hated Gone Girl too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. And Tracy thinks that the one you were reading the synopsis for before sounds really interesting. Yeet. What is yeet? Sorry, I'm not hip to be down with the kids. Is that yeet good or yeet bad? Me, if you're yeeting something, you're throwing it.
The Good Lie by A.R. Torr. I would love again to read all of A.R. Torr's works and do like a tier ranking or a recommendation video or something like that. So I'm going to keep that one. Again, self-published. So one I'm not overly fussed on it. It was a Reese's book club pick for last year. We Were Never Here. Picked it up quite cheap. Maybe put it in the try chapter. See what I think. Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I am right, by the way. Yeet actually does mean throw it away. So that one that had the pretty something.
Yeah, Pretty Things.
Pages saying just throw it.
Throw it away. Get rid. The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. This is one of Gabby's favourites, so I want to read it and see what I think. So I'm going to keep that one.
Okay.
Right, let's get some more.
I'm glad that I understood yeet properly. And the Reading Wren says if you're unsure, unhaul.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So this is the Sweet Pea series. I have the first two, and I've read these. I absolutely love them. I've got the third on Kindle, and I haven't read it yet. So I'm going to get rid of these on the basis that I have to read the third, and it's on my Kindle. So there's no point in keeping them. The Wife Upstairs I've read and absolutely loved, but I don't need to keep it because I've already read it. Michelle Campbell, A Stranger on the Beach. Not sure. Try a chapter maybe, I'm thinking. Not sure. I got it in the works. One of those 3 for £5 deals. So
Sheba says she loved The Dreamers, and she read it right at the start of the pandemic though, so that was an experience.
Yeah.
Paige is confirming that I am right about yeet. John says save a book, buy a new bookshelf. Unfortunately, John, she hasn't got the room.
No, nowhere near. I wish I had room.
Mel is saying that she agrees if unsure, unhaul. But Tracy is saying she's the opposite. If I'm unsure, I keep.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh,
I think try a chapter is a really good sort of middle ground.
Yeah.
Because if you try a chapter and you don't like it, then unhaul.
Yeah. Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. I'm going to keep it.
I own that. I haven't read it yet.
Isn't it? Look at how stubborn the cover is. I'm going to keep it. Shell, there's 25 people on this live. I'm so happy. Good Night Beautiful. I've read. Not going to read again. Going to get rid of. Okay, here's one I'm not sure about. We Begin at the End. I've seen it on so many people's channels. I've seen it a lot on Instagram, doing the rounds recently, and I've got it. So either try a chapter or unhaul. I mean, I don't know. Has any of you guys read this one to start with? I'd probably prefer to unhaul it, but if anybody comes into the comments and says keep it, then I'll maybe do a try chapter. So
what's it about?
Okay, so 30 years ago, a teenage Vincent King became a killer. Now released from prison, he's back in his hometown of Cape Haven, California, but not everyone is pleased to welcome him home. Like Star Radley, his ex-girlfriend and sister of the girl he killed. Duchess Radley, Star's 13-year-old daughter, is part carer, part protector to her younger brother Robin and to her deeply troubled mother. But in trying to protect Star, Duchess inadvertently sets off a chain of events that will have tragic consequences, not only for her family, but also for Vincent and the whole town. How far can you run from the past when the past seems doomed to repeat itself?
Okay, so the Reading Round says unhaul. Reading with Merb says unhaul. Okay. Roslanta says she likes the title of We Begin at the End, and that's as helpful as she can be. Lee says she's heard so many good things about We Begin at the End, but she hasn't read it. Zoe says she hasn't read it and she would say unhaul. Mel says she hasn't even heard of it. Paige wants to know if you've got the piles labelled.
No, but I know what they're for. It's okay. I've got them all sitting in a specific way.
John is being your personal rah-rah squad and saying please click the thumbs up button.
Oh, thanks, John.
And Shebas and Shelsa gave 5 stars for Last Night at the Telegraph Club, but she loves sapphic longing and historical fiction. There's a bit of debate about unhaul versus not unhaul.
I think I'm going to unhaul it. I think I'm going to get rid of it. Yeah, I can get it on Kindle or from the library. So if I really think that I'm going to read it, then I'm going to, I'll do that. Right. Yoo-hoo! Okay. So 2 that definitely aren't going that are staying on the shelf. My Stranger Things.
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah, so they're prequels to the show. So Suspicious Minds follows Papa, and Darkness on the Edge of Town follows Hopper before he became a police chief. So keeping them.
Mel agrees there's always the library.
Yeah, and you know what? I might as well support my authors through the library too. Do you know what I mean? I love the library. How much do I love the library, Shell?
You love the library.
Right, okay. So I said to you that I would love to have a favourite shelf. Okay. Evelyn Hugo, keeping favourite shelf. Gonna keep that on my favourite shelf. So I'm gonna keep that one.
Have you read it?
I have. Loved it. 110 stars out of 5. The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum, I've heard is very, very graphic and really a very good horror read. So I might keep it just for October's sake and then unhaul after once I've read it. Oh, okay. Here's one that I got this like 3 years ago or something, and I've never read it. Black Sun by Rebecca. I don't know.
I've got a feeling that that one isn't that a booktube stroke TikTok darling?
Is it? So it might have to go into a trial chapter then.
I would say so, yeah.
A god will return when the earth and sky converge under the black sun. Okay. Has anyone read Black Sun? Help me out here. Help me out.
Tracy says she hasn't read it, but she loved it. Roz, Black Sun seems Marmite from the very extreme reviews that they've seen. Book fiend named Mel, amazing things. Merb loved it. Zoe says keep it. She Buzz and Shelf says she can't comment on Black Sun because she's also had it on herself since it came out and she hasn't read it. Mel says everyone loves it. Reading Ren. Black Sun is good. It wasn't for me, but it was pretty good.
Okay.
And also, and also before I lose it, Brittany Loves Reading has just popped in. She says she's just waking up in Canada and says hello to the both of us. So hi.
Paige says, "Buddy, read Black Sun with me." Ooh, okay. Bring on October for Halloween and the best day of the year. Agreed.
To me, every day is Halloween.
Right, okay. So I'm getting rid of this one. I've read it, Rebel Rose, Disney Villains. Don't need it. Getting rid of it. Here's one that will divide you, Shell. Well, it won't divide you because you'll tell me to keep it, but there's a B in here. Oh my God, there's a B.
Shebas and Shelves wants to get in on the Black Sun buddy read, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll try and set something up. If you guys get in touch on Twitter or somewhere, and we'll try and get something sorted.
Start it in the Discord.
This was gifted to me, so I'm keeping it. This was gifted, so yeah.
Rebel Roslanta wants to know if Rebel Rose was any good because they've had it on their shelf for ages.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually because I didn't think it was going to because it's not really my sort of read. You know, it's not really in my vein, but I picked it up on Amazon or Facebook or something. Someone was selling it, and I actually did really enjoy it. Yeah.
Roslan also says Skyward is brilliant, and Mel says it looks like you've got a read along happening.
Definitely. So this is an arc, The Color of Dragons. I didn't get round to reading. I'm thinking of keeping this one just because it's an arc, and obviously I agreed to read it. So I know it's been out for quite a while though. So if any of you guys in the comments have read it, let me know what you thought. But I'll keep that in my arc pile as well. I might actually start a shelf, like a half shelf for arcs as well that I haven't read, so that it keeps me on track for reading them. I think
that's a really good idea.
I do get quite a few publisher mail, you know.
Paige is saying, Erin, Tracy and Shannon hit me up. That must be about the read-along. Nikki Johnson, don't mind me. He's just casually killing a bee while carrying on, pissing myself laughing.
Sorry. Shannon wants to sting me.
and then there's more read-along stuff, so I'm not going to.
Okay. This is got this when it was released. Going to keep it for October, and then if I'm not fussed, I can unhaul. Right. Okay. So that's that shelf done. Wow. So we're two down. Yeah. So now here we'll have special editions of. This is really this is one of my favorite shelves. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get rid of too much here, but I'll show you sort of what I have. Sorry guys if you're not on the Harry Potter train, but I don't support J.K. Rowling as in going forward. I just have my pretty editions that I never will get rid of because they were very expensive. So I'll always have them on my shelves. So I have I'll show you the first one. So I have these illustrated versions. I've got all 4 up to date. So these are definitely staying.
The 5th one's
why would you ever get rid of those? Okay, so there's a lot of hate for JK, but I'll never ever get rid of those. So yep. All right, we've got to get
Shebas and Shell says she has the Hacienda out from the library right now. Mel is giving you props, saying you're doing really well.
Yeah,
and Reading Ren says there's something satisfying about empty shelves.
Definitely. Okay, so gonna get rid of Spellslinger and Shadow Black. I'm doing like a series read with Rebecca, but I noticed that they have them on the YA section of the library Overdrive app. So they're really, really, really hard to get a hold of as well, the hardback. So I'm gonna get rid of these and that I'm gonna keep reading with the library.
Roslanta says she has the signed copies because she met Jim Kay, the illustrator, so she'll be keeping them.
Wow.
Nikki says you're doing so great, so ruthless. I never unhaul. I feel guilty, and yes, I have a ridiculous amount of books. Lol, I just buy more bookcases. I mean, I'm the same. Yeah. Tracy says that's fair, Barb. You paid for them anyway already. And Jane is the same as me and Nikki.
Okay. So I'm not going to get rid of this because my mum bought me this when I was like 10. It's the Chronicles of Narnia, Tales of Narnia. So I Yeah, they're very, very special to me. And to be honest, I reread a few of them at Christmas time. It's a nice cozy winter hot chocolate sort of Christmas by the Christmas tree read. So
I have them on I have the Complete Chronicles of Narnia on my Kindle.
okay. Yeah, I love them. And there's a Rachel Kane. It's going up into the loft. Don't need it right now, so I'll get rid of it too.
John says that he's reading 50 books for 50 years as he turns 50 in October on the 22nd. So you have 31 days to read 50 books. Sorry, John, you're going to have to clarify. Otherwise, I'm going to
maybe already read some of the 50.
I'm hoping so. I'm actually planning on doing 40 before I turn 40. Spoiler alert, that'll be coming on my channel. I have 2. I'm gonna film it for putting up around about my birthday, which is in December. So I'll have 2 years to read them.
That'll be good, yeah.
This is a bit of a thing. Shannon, I feel like I'm the opposite. Haha. I'm constantly getting rid of books, even if I do like them, to pick them up and do a reread if I ever find them in an op shop.
Well, I think, sorry, Shell, I think that's one of the reasons why I was pleased when Aaron said that I could do maybe a reshuffle up in the loft, because even if there's books here that I don't want to keep on my shelves, but I know I might reread in the future, I'm going to keep them up there and I'm not going to get rid of them per se. I'm just going to unhaul them from my bookshelf. So
yeah, Shannon also says that they're wanting to build their own library, but they don't know what books are good enough to keep.
You'll sort of grow into that. You'll sort of, when I first put my shelves up, I didn't know what books to put on, but you will.
You'll learn. You do learn what you keep and what you don't. Sad for Spellslinger to go, but they understand. Paperbacks, Cubs with moving from place to place to place and always wanting to have as little with me. Books are heavy.
Yeah.
Book Fiend Mel, 45 before 45 is a birthday next year. I think a lot of people are doing that. It was Deborah, Booking with Deborah, or something like, I think that's the name of their channel, who's doing 50 before 50. And it occurred to me that I'm due to turn 40 in 2 years. So
yeah, well, I could probably do a 40 before 40 this year then. No, it's too late because sure, I've already had my 39th birthday. No, I'll not be doing that then. Sorry. Sorry. These are going because they're the start of the Morganville, so they're going upstairs into the loft.
Ruth wants to know, are you keeping a library inventory on your phone so you know what you own at any given time?
Yes, I generally do that on a spreadsheet on my computer. So I would tick it off, or I would sort of I have like a color category and different things if it's up and coming to read, or if, you know, the way I do my author spotlights, if I specifically pick an author, I go to my books and I'll categorize that and different things. So I'm definitely
Shebaz wants to know if she should do 35 before 35. Why not? Zoe did 40 before 40. Nice. And John is actually going to try and read 50 books in October.
You and Rebecca would be really good friends.
I am in awe and all the applause. And of course, you guys, you're going to have to come on to all the sprints so that you can tell us how you're getting on.
I'm going to keep these only because I'm going to build my collection, but I don't know whether to put them up in the loft for now because I've read them and then keep on, you know, as I'm reading, just buying the rest. What do you think?
Would put them. If you're not going to immediately reread them, I would loft them.
Yeah, I've only just read that. You know, I've done them in the last 3 months, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, loft.
Mel says if she puts it up next year around her birthday, then she'll have 2 years to read them too. That was my idea. I might do like 40 classics and then 40 fiction and then 40 non-fiction, and then I've got 2 years to read them. That was my idea.
Max minimum 100 pages, maximum 400. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruth says when you're out and about. Yeah, so like if I had a bookshelf or in a charity shop, I'll know if I have it because I've doubled up before so many times. So that's a really good.
For me personally, I keep an active owned list on my Storygraph.
Percy Jackson's are going up into the loft for now because I've read the series and I've only just read the series, so I'm not going to be reading them anytime soon.
Yeah, so Shannon's saying, John, if you read that amount of books in October, then you will read my Goodreads yearly reading goal in 1 month. In fairness, same. Roz says they've started to catalogue their books, but they have a ton of them and barely manage a small fraction. It takes so long to do. Yeah, Rebecca feels the same. She's got upwards. I mean, she's got more books than Barb and I put together, and I'm no slouch.
So quick question. Here's one for you guys. So again, my lovely boyfriend Aaron, I got a promotion in work a year and a half ago, and he bought me these books. It is my illustrated collection of Lord of the Rings. They are staying. They are going nowhere.
I was away to say.
If I ever broke up with Aaron, they would still be coming with me. I wouldn't be burning them. So the only question I have is I also have my paperback editions that I do rereads of, but hear me out. They're all on my Audible. I have them all on Audible, on audiobook, and I can get them on the library. So should I unhaul these?
Well, I'm not really one to speak because I don't know if you can see, but that shelf there, those are my editions of Lord of the Rings. And I think I have 5 now, because it's one of my favorite books ever.
Okay. Also,
sorry.
You're okay.
Mel says own TBR shuffle Goodreads. Ruth says yes. Storygraph, handy resource. Love Storygraph. If you're not on Storygraph, it's small business. It's owned and operated by Black female. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it's ad free. It's not linked to Amazon, and I love it. I absolutely love it. If you are like me and you are a graph nerd, get the 2-story graph. Love it. Sorry, now I'm done.
I'm just conscious of the time because I don't want to go to 12. I don't want to pass over 12 here. So sure. I just don't want to get into that whole...
Sure. No,
are you still live? Do you know what I mean? So
carry on. I'll try and catch
okay. You're okay. No, you're all right. It's just I'm anxious. I'm anxious. So the Book of Barb is staying because it's me. And then I have my library set that Shell gifted me for Christmas, so that's staying. That's just a wee prop on the shelves,
So Sheba's and Shell says, I've been so slumpy, I'm not actually sure if 35 books before January is doable for me, which is wild. Mel says, it's beautiful. Reading Ren, oh my God, I'm so jealous of the Lord of the Rings books. John says, keep both. Merv says that Erin's got this. Roz says, I've got that collection just a few weeks ago after collecting Waterstone stamps for quite a while. So gorgeous. Gorgeous Lord of the Rings. I have a Tolkien collection. Any edition I see, I buy. No shame. Same. I like the idea of 50 before 50. I have 2 years to do it. If you like to physically read them, then read both. Keep both. Lord of the Rings hardback, so beautiful. Those paperbacks handy to have and don't take up much shelf space. John's got a Lord of the Rings collection from back in 1984. But if you're happy with audiobooks, go with it. Roz, I'm on Storygraph, but don't use it for own books because I can't specify if my copy is a special edition signed as editionist, etc. and want that listed for insurance purposes. Hardbacks are beautiful and hardcovers, but I'm like you, Shell, very big fan of Lord of the Rings. And Tracy says you had to keep the Barb book.
Yes, definitely. 100%. Aaron's just texted me to ask how I'm getting on. He's downstairs. Yes, okay. So I'm going to put these in the loft then, I think. This collection.
I mean, for me, the illustrated collections, they're gorgeous. I mean, I have 2 really nice editions there, but I don't actually read them because they're so heavy.
Yeah, could I put them maybe up here just on top of so here? I mean,
yeah, I would.
Yes, if you guys can see, they don't take where am I here? You can see them. They don't take up any space. They're on top of the editions, but like, look at how much space I've already got. Yes, okay. Well, I have books to put on, but they're nowhere near what I had. So, yeah. Okay.
Moving on.
No, do you know what, Shell? I've just decided I'm going to go as long as it takes because Aaron just sent me a message and said everyone has their BookTube channel and their little part.
Absolutely, so
I'm not going to worry about what anybody says.
Yeah, and let's face it, if anybody who's in the comments wants to go and join Becca Fowles Live, then they can.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go to the top here and get this over and done with. I've got my Stephen King pop vinyl because I love Stephen King. And I have Danny from The Shining, both gifted by Colleen as well. So they're staying. And then I have obviously my Pet Cemetery pop because Pet Cemetery is my favourite of the Stephen Kings that I own. So work away, Shell. I'm going to get some books down here.
Yeah. Oh, just in case you're wondering what I'm actually doing, anybody who's been on one of Barb's lives recently knows that I'm a Lego junkie. So I have Attack on the Burrow, which I'm building. So I'm actually just sitting fiddling with pieces of Lego in the background. And Paige says, "Good on you, lovely."
Yeah, I'm just Aaron just gave me a pep talk there. So yes, that's what's happening.
I'm 110% behind you if you want to go to 12 and then stop, but I am 120% behind you if you want to just say fuck it and keep going. And also, I apologize if anybody finds my swearing off-putting.
No, don't be silly. We're having a good time here. It's all good. Not to worry. I'm on 961. Woohoo! Right. Talking about Riley Sager, I am going to get rid of Home Before Dark because I've read it and I don't need it.
Excellent.
What were you going to say?
Tracy loves Storygraph. Mel says people always double up with sprints and lives and stuff. Don't worry about it. John says, Barbs, do what's best for you and your amazing channel. And Stephen King rules. And Reading Ren just bought Pet Cemetery and keen to read it. I have Pet Cemetery as well, and I haven't read it yet. I've read quite a few Stephen Kings over the years, and I saw these are good with swearing. Perfect. Unhauled party going strong. Where's the Bloody Marys?
I know. Discovery of Witches. I've read it. I've got it on Kindle, so I'm going to get rid of this edition. But if I want to reread it, I have it because I really enjoyed it. So Crave, I'm keeping, but I can't tell the viewers why. Because there's something fun coming up in October, and I need to have this book for it. So guys, shh. If you have a copy of this book, you may need it in October. So I'm going to keep this one. I'll put it in the keep.
Paige says Aussie's never mind about swearing, and Ross says Discovery of Witches is one of her favourite books. I'm the same. I have there. That's my hardback editions. Because I love the whole series. I haven't read Times Convert yet, and I cannot believe I haven't read Times Convert yet.
Oh, guys, thanks for sharing this on Twitter. This is so cool.
Paige is 100% going strong for the Unhaul party. Book reviews with Zoe. Swearing is our second language for us Aussies. In fairness, it's the same for Scots. I think there is actually like an urban myth that the Scots invented swearing. Shannon says Aussies don't swear. What are you on about? Shannon, I've never noticed it. Shell, I'm in the US, and if you're swearing, I can't tell. Sorry, I know my accent can be a bit thick for people who aren't used to me. Crave is everywhere at the moment. Yeah, is it not Liv? Other Liv. Who's like big on making everyone read Crave.
Yeah, she's been doing that read along there during the year as well. I sort of had been involved in it. So can I have your editions of Discovery of Witches? Yes, of course you can. I've got all three. Yeah.
I'm not certain she's talking about yours or mine.
Oh, okay, right, okay, fair enough. Maybe not then. All right, sorry, I missed that.
Well, Paige, can you clarify if you want Barb's Unhaul or whether you're just saying that you want my hardcovers? Because I got mine on Book Depository.
I have hardbacks of the whole set too. There you are, Rosalanta, and it's probably why Aussie and Scots get along. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Rabbits was an arc from Macmillan that I never ever read, but I know that Books and Lala is currently filming a vlog about books with rabbits on the cover or rabbits in the. So I'm going to keep it in the arc pile just because Lala's reading it. I don't think that's a good enough kind of thing, but sure, we'll get over it. The Night Circus I've got on Kindle. I've read. I'm gonna get rid of this. I would really love a special edition of this Night Circus, so I'm gonna get rid of this until I buy one. So
I have one. I got the Waterstones special edition when Starless Sea came out.
Lovely. Keeping this because it's one of my all-time favorite books of all time, and it's a beautiful copy. I got it from the publisher, finished copy, so I don't want to get rid of it.
Pages with Pages saying the reading times convert for Bookstara read-alongs next month if I can fit it in. I can absolutely try my best to fit it in. I'll have a look for that. To do that. Jane says she's read the Night Circus. Never ever get rid of. I'm with you. Tracy says she DNF'd the Night Circus. Jane says she needs all the pretty editions. Paige says that she wants your editions if you're happy.
Me?
She read them and loved them, but she hasn't got them yet.
Yes, 100%. Yes, no problem at all. That would be absolutely my pleasure. No problem at all. Okay, so Joe Hill, heart-shaped box. Bought ages ago, never read. Going to Unhaul. I've over 30 now. Unhaul's here. Woohoo! X-Hex. I think I'm going to keep this one just because we're coming into spooky season, and I know it's a fun sort of witchy kind of.
I have that on my Kindle.
Yeah, so I'll keep that. It's just because I know what's coming in October, but you guys, well, you should know by now what's coming in October. I never bloody stopped talking about it. There's my Dracula edition we were talking about the other night, Shell. I'm going to keep it because I'll probably need it for October as well. Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. I would love to get a special edition of this one, so I'm going to unhaul this one for now.
Can I have that?
Yeah, of course you can. I'll pop it in your... Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course you can. Hold on. There we go. There's Shell. Black Prism by Brent Weeks. Keeping this one because the lovely Corinna, who comes into my lives on a Monday, gifted this to me. I was going through a pretty difficult time at the start of last year, and she sent that over to me.
I have that whole series to read. I got it in the Tor book sale.
Okay. Okay. I'm just putting the Discovery of Witches ones actually over here so that I know I need to send them. Guys, if I forget or if I have too many to send out or anything like that, let me know. Just send me a Twitter message or something just to remind me. ARC copy of the Atlas 6. I'm not keeping this one. I'm going to get myself a better edition, so I'll be getting rid of this one. Karen Slaughter, The Silent Wife. I'm going to put this up on the loft for now because, as it said, I'm reading Karen Slaughter's in publication order, but this is at the very end. I'm just picking them up as and when I can find them in the charity shop, so I'm going to get rid of this one. The Hemlock Cure, which was a arc from Sphere by Joanne Byrne. It is 1665, and the woman of Iam keep many secrets. Isabel Frith, the village midwife, walks a dangerous line with her herbs and remedies. There are men in the village who speak of witchcraft, and Isabel has a past to hide, so she tells nobody her fears about Wulfric, the pious, reclusive apocryphy. Try a chapter, maybe? You ever heard of it?
If you unhaul it, I want it.
You ever heard of it?
No, but it sounds good. It sounds like it's something that would be right up my street.
It says here, some poisons cannot be bottled, some secrets cannot be contained. Okay. Caldyland by Mark U. Kling. I got cheap on Amazon Marketplace. I'm going to do a try chapter of that one. Okay.
Shannon says, a little weird maybe, but does anyone else have a hard time getting into a fictional book if you're reading the ebook and not the physical book? For me, yes, sometimes. I actually find it really hard to get into fantasy novels if I'm listening to them as well. I've got to at least start it on... I have to be reading it with my eyeballs before I can switch over to audiobook. Roz says she's no interest in the Night Circus. Shannon says, like, she's no problem with non-fiction ebooks, but fiction ebooks, Mel says, go Barb. Tracy says, Shannon, yes, sometimes she really needs the physical book. Sheba says, you're doing really well, so much space for more books. Reading Ren likes your edition of Dracula. Shannon says, thank you, Tracy, I thought it was just me. John says, Joe Hall, yes, please. Roz says she finds non-fiction much harder to read on ebook, though it might be the type of non-fiction that they read. What kind of non-fiction are you reading? John says he's looking forward to seeing what I read on my amazing channel. So thank you.
25 of us now. This is really good.
Art history, archaeology, mythology, arts and archaeology obviously have a lot of photos which don't work well in ebooks. I mean, fair. It's the same with me with him with history books because the maps don't translate. Paige says try chapter, feels like she's heard beautiful feels like she's heard beautiful cover, 3-star read for Hemlock, but can't remember.
Okay, brilliant. All right, so here we go. I've got quite a few here. Where did I put them? Oh, here. Right. So I'm gonna get rid of this one, Sabrina, Season of the Witch. I've read it and it's beautiful. It is class, but I don't need it. I'm keeping this copy of Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier because it's one of my favourites of all time and it's my favourite edition that I have of it, so I'm going to keep that one. There's someone inside your house. Don't know why it's still up there because I didn't really like it, and it's a YA I wasn't fussed on, so I'm getting rid of that
Unhaul.
Yep. Bird Box. Never read it, never watched the TV show. Apparently it's supposed to be really good, so I might put it in the try chapter and see what I think.
I watched it, haven't read it, but own it. But I watched the TV show, and the TV show was really good.
Okay. Double Date by R.L. Stein might be a good short story for October, so I'll keep that one. Maggie's Grave I got in a book box. Absolutely love this one. It was really scary, but I don't need it, so I'm going to get rid of it. The Exorcist, which I need for October, so it's staying. What did I think of this one, Shell? I did not like this one. It's going. I hate it. I don't know why it's still on my shelves. Saw Kill Girls, which I tried a chapter for in April for one of my Veda videos, and I thought I really was going to like it. Yeah, look, I've even got the thing in. Have never wanted to read it again, so I'm going to unhaul it. And this one's staying purely for my favourite shelf, so I'm going to put that one back up.
Mel says you're going to have a huge try chapter and that you've got a really beautiful edition of Rebecca. John says that he has 6 copies of Rebecca, which I am all for. Nikki says Bird Box was really good. Mel agrees. Bird Box, the TV is good. The book is better. Okay. And Pages with Paige says you'll just have to do one a month till they're all clear.
2023 basically is going to be filled with what we're doing today. Okay, so I've got my copy of Game of Thrones. I do have the full series down here, which I'll get to. The series is I'm going to keep this one for now because I'm reading through it at the moment, and I'm going to put the rest just up in the loft because I want to keep those editions. I love the Game of Thrones, so I'll keep that. Night Shift by Stephen King. It's a short story anthology. I want to keep it because it's, again, an American version, so I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to put it up into the loft for now because I'm not going to be reading it anytime soon. And another gifted from Shell, which I'm keeping for October because that's going to be on my TBR at some stage, so I'm going to keep that one as well.
I really like Chasing the Boogeyman. I read that long ago.
If I don't like a book, it doesn't go back up on the shelf. It's straight into a pile or bag. That way I don't forget about it. Yeah. I really liked Saw Kill Girls, but it's not for everyone. Okay. All right. Right. So we've got another shelf sort of, you can see under my head. The top. So I'll start the next one here. We're going great guns here, aren't we?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so definitely 26 of us now, woohoo! So definitely keeping this one. This was a finished copy from the publisher, so I'm definitely keeping this one. It's too pretty. Love
It's such an amazing book as well.
It's lovely, yeah. Love Hypothesis, read it, enjoyed it, getting rid of it. ARC copy of Amari and the Night Brothers. I'm going to keep it and put it up into the loft because I like to do a reread of this one. I really enjoyed it. I'd love to try and see if I could get a proper, like a pretty edition or a proper edition of it. So that might be something I want to do.
I actually saw Amari and the Night Brothers in Waterstones yesterday, and I very nearly picked it up. But the reason
Right.
I'm mentioning it is that the paperback edition in Waterstones has really pretty blue sprayed edges. Just
Okay.
saying.
Good to know, right? Good to know, because I'm saving money towards a Waterstones sort of a call at the end of the year for Christmas. So I might start to make a list now of ones that I might like the look of. 50p, The Guilt Trip by Sandy Jones and Charity Shop. Haven't read it yet. Not going to, so I'm unhauling it. Last Mrs. Parish by Liv Constantine. Loved it. Not going to read it again. Got it on Kindle. Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. I'm going to put this in the trial chapter because it is definitely one that I know a lot of people like and really enjoy as a thriller. So, The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. I've read, loved, but I'm not going to read again. I can get it on the library if I want. And Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Bought it ages ago, haven't read it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Woo! This is going so well. Yahoo!
Reading Ren, I really like Sawkill Girls, but it's not for everyone. Claire, enjoying my breakfast in the garden, seeing as it's sunny in Belfast for once, and I'm loving this. You're doing so well. Pages with Paige bought their 8th edition of Matilda yesterday. Whoops.
Oh, I love Matilda.
Tracy wants to know how there's even that many editions of Matilda. Yeah. Oh no, how there are even that many? I think that might be what you do with the Game of Thrones. Reading Ren, all the TJ Clune love, absolutely. John, I'm so jealous. Paige, Ross says she also has the Arc of Amari. Keep it on the shelf next to her signed hardback. Mm-hmm. Tracy will send a photo later. The Amari sequel is out in a couple of weeks. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to sort of skip through.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Because people are talking to each other as well, which is wonderful.
Going to keep this one purely. I haven't read it, and it's a pretty edition, so I'm going to keep that one.
I have that exact edition as well.
Hamnet, I picked up for 50p. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm going to put that in the trial chapter.
Mm-hmm.
While Someone's Watching You While You Sleep, I got for 50p as well in Charity Shop. I haven't wanted to read it, so I'm going to unhaul it. 50p as well. I think I'm going to keep this one only because it's Golden State Killer, isn't it? It's sort of
so good. It's so good, and there's an HBO miniseries of it as well.
It might be good for October as well. For something just a bit darker to read.
If you can get it on Scribd, the audio is actually incredible.
Okay. Okay. See you later. Yeah, we should be still here because there's still a few bookshelves. So. When no one is watching, again, this was gifted to me by the lovely, doesn't say who by, so I'm going to keep that one and put it in the trial chapter because I'm not sure about it. I probably have to do a trial chapter over like 3 or 4. The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter, again, it's one of her later releases, so I'll pop that away until I need it. Where They Find Her by Kimberly McCreight, I'm going to put into the trial chapter because it looks good. The Troop by Nick Cutter, I'm going to keep for my favourite shelf because it's one of my favourite horrors of all time, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. Shadowless is a fantasy that the author sent over to me, so I'm going to keep that one in my ARC pile as a to be read. I'm Watching You by Teresa Driscoll. Haven't wanted to read it. Going to unhaul it. 2, 4, 7. Yeah, we're up to about 45 now. Maybe I could get to 50 then. Woohoo!
You're doing so well.
As Good as Dead, I'm going to keep because I've read the other 2. I don't have them because I unhauled them recently, but I have this one I got in the charity shop, so I'm going to keep that. Once I read it, I'll probably unhaul it. Place Called Perfect, which was... is that number 1? Is that the first one?
Yes.
I'll keep it. Okay, I'll keep it. Okay, 5th Season. Never sure about the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. I don't know. I have it on Kindle. I got it on one of the 99p deals. So should I just get rid of this and then read it on Kindle, do you think?
If you haven't got the others, I would, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got them all.
I haven't got one. Okay.
There.
Hannah kindly gifted this one to me by Dean Kuntz, so I'm going to keep it on my gifted shelf. This was gifted to me by Chloe. The Institute by Stephen King. It's one of my favourites by him, so I'm going to keep it as well. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm going to keep that one. Just because it's beautiful and it is a lovely story. So, yeah. And then Michigan versus the Boys, because it was I was going through a real phase of Lala last year and literally watched all of her backlist videos at like over the whole year, and every book that she recommended I bought. And this is one of them. So I'm going to put it in the Unhaul, or not the Unhaul, the try chapter, because I still want to see what I think of it and see if I like it. So there's another shelf done up here.
Oh. Wow.
So this shelf again, this shelf again is series just here. So I have these. So I have a Burt's Book subscription for Stephen King. So I'm currently collecting all of the new edition of the Stephen Kings. So they're going to stay on the shelf. I'm going to put these here for now. Also the same with my Agatha Christie's.
Okay. Tracy says Unhaul for, I assume, the 5th season. Okay. And Reading Ren says they're flying through this. And John, I am building Attack on the Burrow. It's a Harry Potter set. Again, I'm with Barb on not agreeing with J.K. Rowling and her odious opinions about transgender people in general. I'm not getting into it. However, I love Harry Potter. I really do. So but what I do is every time I buy a Harry Potter thing, I donate an equal amount of money to a transgender charity. That's how I feel better within myself doing it that way. So Tracy loves your editions of Stephen King.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to pop these into the loft because that's the Christmasosaurus edition. So I'll probably do a reread of those in December, but I don't need them right now.
Maybe have a specific box for the loft for like Christmas editions, or ones that you read at a specific time of year so that they're easily found.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to get boxes. Aaron's getting boxes out of work, and then I'm just going to put like an A4 blank page, and I'm going to write everything that's in that box, and they're going to be divided into, as you say, Christmas, Halloween, that kind of thing. So yeah. I have a quick question I want to ask the guys. I've got all 4 of the Heartstoppers, okay? Do you keep these on the pretty edition shelves, or do I put them up into the loft until I want to read them again? This is where I have to be brutal because I need to keep space,
Isn't book 5 coming out soon? Are you going to reread all of them for book 5?
Yes, I probably will, yeah.
Right, hang fire and let me check the release date.
Guys, there's 30 on this live. I'm so happy. Oh my god.
Heartstopper. Don't
forget to hit the subscribe button if you're only new to the channel, because I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers.
Okay, Heartstopper Volume 5 isn't out until the 2nd of February.
Okay.
But Tracy says keep them on the pretty shelf.
Okay. Yeah, Lara says she's taking a break. I know, it's just because they're so stunning, aren't they? So pretty. Right, okay.
Tracy says she loves looking at them on her shelf. Zoe says keep them on the shelves. Reading Ren, I reread Heartstopper all the time. Such a comfort read. Roz doesn't like Heartstopper, but they look pretty on the shelf, so keep them there, I think. Okay. Shannon says display them. I think the consensus is they're not moving.
At the end of the day, the amount of room I've already made, I don't think 4 books is going to make much of a difference, is it? At this stage,
No. A bunch of people are saying that they feel the same way that I do about Harry Potter, and that my donating to charity is a great idea. It's not something I publicize. It's not something I don't think I've ever mentioned. It's just something that I like to do. I feel better because I'm giving an equal amount. So yeah.
So
Um,
I have my up to so far what I've read of Brandon Sanderson, so they're going to go upstairs for now, and then if I continue on.
Seems fair. Mel says Heartstopper on the pretty shells, but you know how biased she is towards Heartstopper. Bonnie's never read them. We'll need to get round to them. I'm just about to start book 2 because I didn't read Heartstopper for ages. If you'll have seen my August TBR. If you've seen my August TBR, you'll know that I've been avoiding reading Heartstopper for years because I was terrified I'd hate it, and I would be like drummed out of BookTube.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
Jane says, adores Heartstopper. She says to keep. John, come on, people, please subscribe and thumbs up, please, as Barb deserves it. Thank you, John. Ruth wants to read all the Heartstoppers. And Mel says, sorry, guys, I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Kind of just want to sit on the couch and watch a movie.
Thanks for the idea, Mel. Love you.
Thank you, Mel.
Bye.
And Shannon is asking what trans charity I donate to, and I to be honest, I pick a different one every time.
Yeah, that's fair. Animals, which is an arc by Lisa Tadeo. I'm going to put into the try chapter because I've never read it. Look at that creepy eye on the cover. Okay, and I've got here, I'm going to put these up into the loft as well. It's the pretty HP Lovecraft collection that Aaron got me last year. I've read them all, and I'm probably not going to look at them much longer. You know, they're just there for because they look good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have, lastly, on this shelf, I can't wait to do the dusting and cleaning here as well. I've got my Rune of Kings collection from the Course of Dragons. I'm going to keep those on my shelves because I really love these editions, and they're I'm going to keep them on the shelf because I love them. I'm going to do a reread probably before the end of the year as well. So, right, that's another shelf. I've got my Mother's Day card from Novak, so that stays on the shelf at all times. Right.
Shannon's saying, look how well you're doing. This is actually a very fun Unhaul to watch.
Oh, thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks, Shell, for joining me too, because you really helped me. Rosemary's Baby, I'm going to keep because it's the red cover prompt for October, so I'm going to keep that one. Hush, hush, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Don't Look for Me by Wendy Walker. Again, bought it for cheap, never read it, so I'm going to unhaul it. Nosferatu by Joe Hill. I've heard that you either really love it or you don't. I might keep it for a try chapter for October. I'll see. I'll pop it in the try chapter.
I DNF.
Did you DNF it? See, that's the thing. You either like it or you don't. I know people who really enjoyed it, but some haven't.
Mm-hmm.
The Girl in 6E, I've already read, and I'm going to unhaul. I actually really enjoyed that one. It's part of a series, I think, as well. The Inheritance Games, which was an arc from Penguin, I think. Read it, loved it, getting rid of it. And Shiver by Ali Reynolds. Gonna pop in the try chapter because I'm still quite interested in reading it.
Also, again, apologies if you can hear noise in the background. Alan now has the sander.
He's been very productive today.
I just wish he didn't have to be quite so productive outside this window.
Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. I got that in a book box a long time ago and I've never picked it up. It came with a lovely kind of card and things. I think I'm gonna and a lovely look at this lovely bookmark as well. So I might put it in. Isn't it nice? I might put it in the try chapter. A fox shapeshifter sworn to hide a mysterious scroll, a secret assassin under orders to kill to obtain it. Haunted by demons, gods, and shadows, their weary bond may break them or alter the course of the world. Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. It actually really does.
The Bone Season hardback, I've got all 4, so I'm going to pop that up into the loft for now because I'm not going to be reading them anytime soon.
Yes, Tracy, he is still on the ladder. Paige is going, oh, I know that one. Red cover, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Ross says she doesn't know how many you've unhauled so far, but she's pretty sure it's more than 15.
It's 57. 57 last count.
Shannon says, definitely read. It's been a fun read. I'm guessing that's Shadow of the Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Jane's been looking at the Shadow of the Fox series. It looks really good. Shannon says she had someone describe it 2 hours reading anime, and I think that's such a great way to describe it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Chain by Adrian McKenty, again, is good for a red cover, just saying, but I've already read it and didn't really enjoy it, so I'm getting rid of it. The Package by Sebastian Fitzek. I bought it in the works and I've never read it, so I'm going to unhaul it. Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. Anyone?
I haven't read it, but I had a friend at the time tell me that it was incredible. I have it on Kindle, so we can maybe think of that as a buddy read or try a chapter.
Yeah, I'll try a chapter. We'll do that. Okay. Meet Me at Midnight, I bought for a video idea and didn't read, so I'm going to get rid of it. Love Lockdown, which is an annotated, written in ARC copy of Beth Reekles. I absolutely love this one. I think I'm going to send this one to Rebecca to annotate as well and send back to me, so I'll keep that in mind for that. And The Christie Affair, which is an ARC copy of a book that I absolutely loved at the start of the year. But I'm going to get rid of this one purely because I want to get a nicer edition of it because that's an ARC and it's, yeah. Do you want that one? Yeah, okay. So that's
Please and thank you.
No problem. So that's fine.
Paige says, did you say 57? Yes. Yes, she did.
57,
and
yeah.
Crystal's here.
Yo! Hi, Crystal!
We're
Woohoo!
trying to get the baby down for the night, so sorry she's late.
Crystal, I'm on 57 Unhaul Books so far.
And Paige says she owns it and she's very excited to read Bone Shard.
Cool. All right, that's good. Publisher sent me a finished copy of this when it's coming out releasing on paperback, so I'm going to keep this one because it's beautiful. The Festival was gifted to me by my lovely sister-in-law, so I might check and see if she wants it, and if not, I will unhaul it. Invisible Girl by Lisa Jewell I have on Kindle and through the library, so I'm going to unhaul. Oh, I can hear him now. He's going good. Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I'm going to keep because I absolutely loved it, purely. And this one I have never read. This was gifted to me from Victoria. Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Maybe I should
I've heard that's really good.
Yeah, should I keep it maybe with my Heartstopper volumes and then maybe I could read it when I get those back down?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good idea. Just purely for saving room on the shelves. The Flight by Julie Clark. Never read. Funny on Hall. Orion Lost. Read it a couple of months ago. Going to get rid of it. Funny on Hall it. Another one I've read. I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney. Going on Hall. So we're up to 61 now. And then I also have The Battle for Perfect. So I'll keep that with A Place Called Perfect.
Crystal says, go you! Tracy didn't like She Who Became the Sun. Okay. Paige says, I told you could hit 50. I assume that's how it was supposed to have sounded, so I'm Crystal says, anything by Alice Oseman should be kept. Tracy agrees, and Paige loved Radio Silence.
Brilliant. Good.
By the way, if that noise gets too much because he is getting closer and closer to my window, tell me and I'll move next door until he's done.
Yeah, no problem. You're fine. You're okay. I can hear Aaron downstairs as well. He's doing stuff. He's got.
I know, but it's more for. That's got to be really annoying for anyone watching this.
Oh, it's okay. It's coming in and out. It's not that bad. Watching you again. Along with Invisible Girl. I've got them on Kindle and can read them there. 13th Girl, which was an arc from Publisher, so I'll pop it over with the arcs. Well, I think I'm going to keep the arcs with the intention of, I'm so appreciate so much the publisher sent me arcs, and even if it's past the release date, I still feel as if I should read them and should review them and talk about them. So Wilder Girls by Rory Parr, never read it. Okay, try a chapter then. And
I loved it.
And one that was gifted by Shell, of course, is, and I've read, haven't read it yet, but I'm definitely keeping it because look at that, it's stunning. It's absolutely beautiful.
Didn't I buy that to cheer you up one of the times that you ended up in hospital? It's really good. It's got pirates.
Yeah,
it's got pirates and fantasy, and it's just it's got everything.
Okay, another shelf done. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Paige says, "Let's go for 75, and then we'll go for 100." Crystal reckons you can make 100. She also says that Wilder Girls is shit and Unhaul It. The ending made her angry. I mean, fair, the ending did make me angry too, but up until that point, I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay, so we've only got one more shelf here because this is all of Aaron's movie books. They will be moved at some stage, but it's just storage for him at the minute. So we've only one more shelf here and two more shelves over the other side. So we're coming good. We're coming good. I have no room beside me. That's the only thing to put these books that I'm on holiday.
Shannon says, "It's okay, Shell, smiley face. Funnily enough, I find it nice to be reminded of the different time zones throughout the world and how here it's nighttime, in other parts of the world is day is just beginning or happening. I mean, here it's just after 11:30 in the morning." And Nikki says, "There's me with 15, bah ha ha." Nikki, are you unhauling as well while you're watching this? And if so, oh my god, and how are you getting on?
Can I just say, Rosie just texted me, Rosie, the lovely Rosie, and said, "Barbs, I have a sprayed edge edition of the Christie Affair that you can have." Oh my god. Thank you.
Oh, Nikki guessed 15 and Tracy guessed 10.
Okay, The City We Became, I'm going to put in the chapter because it looks class and it's set in New York.
Crystal says, "Oh no, phone's on 5% and the baby's asleep on me, so I can't get up. So if I disappear, I'll be back ASAP."
No props, hon. No props. Lives Like Mine, I got in a book box, never read. I might put it in the try chapter because it looks something that would be pretty cool to read. The Trance, I read, loved, and going to get rid of because I got it on 99p on Kindle. Big Summer by Jennifer Weiner, again, got it on Kindle. 9 Lives, which was the first arc I received in 2022 and absolutely loved. So I'll probably get rid of it because I've already read it and I loved it. This is my friend Ash's copy of The Night She Disappeared, which I already unhauled, so I'll give her that back. Shipped by Angie Hockman, I read on my cruise in May, so I'll get rid of it. Oh my god. 72 now. I think I could get up to 100.
You're doing so well. You're doing so amazingly well. I thought I was going to have to strong arm you into getting rid of books.
Okay, I love unhauling. Love it. I love the feeling after of looking at my shelves and being like, okay, I have loads more room now. Therapist, Rosie gifted to me, so I'm going to keep it because I haven't read it yet. 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo, again, haven't read, so I'm going to unhaul. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, I'm going to put in the try chapter because I do want to read that one. Okay, Stardust by Neil Gaiman, going to keep it. June by Frank Herbert. I'm going to put it up in the loft because for now, if I want to do a reread, I'll know where it is. The Silent Sister by Diane Chamberlain, I'm going to unhaul because I got it in the charity shop and never read it. Hit and Run by Point Horror. Wee small one, read it, loved it, but I'm going to unhaul it. Crazy Rich Asians. Not sure, never read it, put it in the try chapter. The Dry by Jane Harper, loved it, but I don't need it. Unhaul. And Circe by Madeline Miller, which I loved, but I have 2 copies of, so I'll get rid of that one.
So, reading Ren, you'll make 100 easy. Nikki, me, unhaul, no. Lara says she's not even sure she owns 50 books, so 100 seems unhauling 100 seems crazy. And Paige is like, let's do this.
Definitely. So I'm on 80 now. I'm just up to 80. It ends with us by Colleen Hoover. I've read and enjoyed, but I'm getting rid of. Murder in the Afternoon, cozy mystery. Read it, loved it. Gonna get rid of it. Happy Ever After playlist. Not really a romance reader. Have it on my Kindle, so let's go on. I need to keep this. Keeping this one. I'm definitely keeping this because Shell gifted this to me. Keeping that. We should have a shelf by now, shouldn't we?
I think what this is telling us is that I need to stop gifting you books. And Roz says, Crazy Rich Asians. I was sort of enjoying, but ending up unintentionally putting it down and not picking it up again. Love the movie though.
Good. Migrations was gifted to me by one of my lovely Discord members at Christmas, so I'm going to keep that. And look, the lovely Paige got me this for Christmas, and I haven't read it yet, so I'm definitely keeping that. And then Good Girl Complex I read last month and enjoyed, but I'm going to get rid of it. And that's another shelf done. Right, okay. Let me move this over here. I have absolutely no room here, seriously. Right, can you see?
Nikki says she's doing the opposite. She's actually not unhauling. She's adding books which are being mentioned to buy.
Oh no. Oh, this could be so bad on so many levels. Right, okay, so all right, so I have my map of Westeros, and then I have The Dark Deep by Ali Condé. It was for a December video. I might actually keep that one because I'm quite interested in it. I think this one was also gifted to me. Yeah, here we go. Princess Will Save You. I'm going to keep that one. Right, so here we're going back to series. This is again okay, so you need to help me with this. Right, so I'm not going to take these off until later on because there's too many of them, but I have literally all of my Shadowhunter Mortal instruments over here. They're going to go up into the loft, so they're going to come off this shelf, okay? I've got my Daughter of Spoken Bones, which I'm going to keep because we're doing a read along of those, aren't we, Shell? Yep. Okay. I've got these, which you gifted me, Shell. Curse So Dark and Lonely series. I haven't read them yet, so I'm not sure. And then I have my Game of Thrones collection, which is also going upstairs, so you don't need to worry about those. There's a whole collection there. Okay. So that's that. Last one. Let's see where we are here. Hold on.
Sorry about the flying laptop tour of my house, but I was getting to the point where I couldn't hear what you were saying.
You're okay, no problem. I'm just sorting this out here. Last
let's see.
Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm just sorting out stuff here.
Roz says, my suggestion is to watch the movie. If you like it, then maybe try the book too. Shannon says that's a really good idea. Paige is inspired and really wants to go through and do another unhaul of her shelves. John says, me too, but he loves buying books. Reading Ren, when is the Dosab read along? Can I join? I have the trilogy but never pick them up. Absolutely, Reading Ren. We can add you to the it's a WhatsApp group, so if you're, we'll figure it out. Shannon's kind of tempted to do that herself too now after watching the Unhaul. Paige says she loved Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Lara says she's counted. She owns 40 books, including 27 non-fiction. I do love my library card and script, and fantastic. Shannon gasps, yes, I want to be a part of the Daughter of Smoking Bone buddy read. So it looks like we might have to open this one up to Discord.
Yeah, we can do that if you want. Yeah, if you want to look into that, Shell, even
Yeah.
after that, even, or whatever you want to do. Yeah, absolutely, sounds good.
And Lara says that even though she only owns 40 books, she should unhaul at least 3 or 4 of them. And Reading Ren says, yes, please. So if you are in Barb's Discord, I'll create a... am I an admin in that?
What one? It's
I
not
don't
the
know.
coffee one. Hold on. No, I don't want to do it with that, Shell. Can you just do a separate one? Is that okay?
A separate Discord.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do a Discord. I'll give...
Well, no, actually, do you know what? There's the off the shelf reading one.
That was what I was thinking I would do it, and I would do it in the off your shelf.
Yeah, because that's the only other one I have. Hold on, I'll put the link into the comments here. Give me a second. I'll put the link into the comments for it, and they can join that Discord even, and we can do it from there if you want.
Sure, yeah, that sounds good. So that's what we'll do. So if you want to be a part of the DOSAB read along, join the Discord, and I'll create a buddy read page, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, that should be it now. I've put it in. So if you want to nip into that Discord, and then Shell, I'll have a look at it after this, and then you can. Or hold on, let me see. I'll see if I can make you a mod now. Hold on. I don't really know. I'm not really sure how to do it. Mod. Right, hold on. I can do it now. Hold on. Give me a second. Where is Shell? Search. Do you know what? I'm just gonna make hold on, because I don't even know where to put it, because it's not even really anything to do with the off the shelf. Hold on.
It kind of is if it's a series read.
Yeah, but there's no channel for anything like that. Give me a second. Hold on. I'll make a new channel for it. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm getting off topic here. I'm just getting stressed.
I'll tell you what, leave it. I'll do it. Go back to your Unhaul.
Okay. Right, so I'm not, because I'm actually nearly at 12, so I'm pretty happy. I'm keeping this because it's my good copy of The Colour of Magic. My lovely wife, I'm unhauling because I've read and I don't need it. This is the last shelf. Shell, can you believe that?
I can't believe it, but I'm so impressed. I really am. I'm so impressed with how well you're doing.
Frostbite, I'm going to get rid of because I'm not doing that read along anymore. Sky Song, keep or unhaul. It's a middle grade, isn't it? Don't know. I think I got it for a readathon and I never read it. I might put it in the trial chapter actually. Nevermore, I'm going to keep because I love it. It's cool. Come over here. Let me see. I don't know how many books I have, but it's probably in the thousands. I have 6 tall bookcases and another 4 ranging from mid-size. Yeah, until I was saying to Shell before the live here, me and Aaron are saving up for a bigger house, and it's going to be a couple of years yet, but I'm hoping to have, one of my tick sort of things is to have my own library room, just a room with just a library and then a nice reading chair or something. So that's the dream. But for now, this is why I'm doing the unhaul, because this is all I have at the moment. So Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I need that for a read along next month, so I'm going to keep that. Winter's Promise, first in the series. I want to read it, see what I think, and if I don't like it, I'll unhaul it. Truly Devious, exactly the same. Going to keep it, see what I think. Read this one. It's part of the Girl in 6E series. I loved it, but I've got it on Kindle, so I'm going to get rid of it. Barb's, you're a legend, thanks. Keep Sky Song, will do. Reading book 2 in the Cursed series in September. My sister has a tall bookcase in the house too. Yeah, definitely. I love these bookcases. Birdtown, I'm going to put in as a trial chapter because I haven't read it. The End of Her, read it, getting rid of it. Roanoke Girls, read it, getting rid of it. Every Last Secret, I'm going to keep. I might actually do an author spotlight for an AR tour sometime because I've loads of his books.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't do that channel right now because I'm not a mod.
Right. Well, sure, we'll do it after. Is that okay? Because I don't
fine.
know. I don't know
Let's not do too many things at once.
Leviathan Wakes by James A. Corey. This was gifted to me by Lisa at Christmas, so I'm going to keep it. Reminders of Him, I read, was okay. Going to get rid of it. False Witness, same. I'll pop it upstairs because that's their new release, so I don't need it right now. Winter's Child, read, getting rid of. The Holiday, not fussed, don't really want it. Go ahead.
Ruth is saying Beartown may be a winter buddy read.
Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah, because I think it's set on like is it to do with like an ice skating or like a sports, some sort of sports thing, isn't it?
I think so.
Ice hockey or something.
Ice hockey.
The Dilemma, read it, loved it, getting rid of it. We're nearly there. And I'm on 97. I've 3 more to go for 100.
Are you gonna stick around so that we can see reorganize your shelves, or?
It would take too long, Shell. It would take too long. I don't even know how I'm gonna reorganize them. I would love to, but I just don't have time. And then I need to get lunch and all and different things, so I don't want to break for lunch and all that stuff. So, but I'll probably do like a video once it's finished. Once I've done it, I'll do a video this afternoon, and at the start, and then I'll just go through everything of Unhauled, if you know what I mean. So if anybody wants to watch it there. Ace of Spades, I'm going to put in the try chapter because I've never read it and I'm really interested in it. Wedding Party, I'm getting rid of, didn't really like it. American Royals, try chapter, haven't read it. Oh, keeping this one, gifted by Shell. Surprise, surprise. Dollmaker of Krakow, loved it, but don't need to keep it. 1 more to go for 100. And I've got it. Her Pretty Face by Robin Harding. It just hit 100. I just hit 100. You want to see them all sitting here? It's mad. I'll show you them in a wee second. Party of Two by Jasmine Gulleroy. Loved it, but not keeping it.
Ruth says False Witness is a fave, and Nikki says I think Beartown is a Lala book. I went through a stage of buying all Lala's recommendations. Tracy says, "Yay!" Reading Rent says, "Woo! Congrats!"
The Push I'm going to keep because it was one of my favourites of the year. Haven't read this one. It was gifted to me by Lisa Wilson, who I haven't seen in a wee while. So I'm going to keep this one as well. And then my last few, guys, an art copy of Sally Thorne's new release, so I'm going to keep it. Defy the Night by Bridget Camera was gifted to me by Rebecca, so I'm going to keep it. And then I'm definitely keeping these.
Zoe says, unhauling 100 books, well done. Lee says, yay, good work. Nikki says, congratulations, 100. That's crazy, go you. And Paige is just putting a bunch of party poppers.
And then I'm going to keep these on account of Stephen King as Legend and Sally Thorne. I love this cover. So that's it. Oh my God. I have so much space on my shelves.
That's mental.
I have to get lunch now, and then I'll have to get lunch, and then like this afternoon, we're going to have to do forest sprints like for 2 hours because I'm going to have to reorganize my shelves now, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. That was good fun, wasn't it?
So Paige says she's Dalmatians with 101, or you are.
I did, 101.
Tracy says, well done, Barbs. That was so much fun. Roslanta, so 100, round number without even trying. It's actually 101.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so that's it, guys.
Nikki says, and breathe.
Hold on. So hold on, I'll move out of the way. So that's double stacked. Yeah, so they're all pretty much, and then obviously I have some down here because they're going to specific people, so I've put those to the side. They're not getting unhauled as in unhauled per se. So
Lara says congrats. She loves this format. Ruth says amazing. Look how many of us underestimated you. All of us underestimated you. Excellent work. Thanks for including us. Book reviews was really congrats, Barb. It was fun watching. You just off to bed. So good night.
Night. And I got it done before 12. I'm so excited. All right. Well, I guess there's nothing much more to say now other than thanks very much for tuning in. And Shell, thanks so much for joining me today. It was good fun. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed just heckling you from the peanut gallery.
What I'll do is I will get my lunch. While I get my lunch, I'll work out how to put you in as a mod then to the group, and then we can sort out that body read. So anybody that wanted to join in the body read, hopefully should be this afternoon, this evening sometime. So
sure.
Yeah. Thank you. No problem. Well done. Brilliant. All good. Right. I'm going to say cheerio for now. Going to go and get some lunch, and then I have to tackle my bookshelves. Woohoo. So thanks, and chat to you all Monday night, tomorrow night, because I'll have my normal weekly sprints. So I'll see you then. Bye.
Bye, guys.